One of the oldest and most fundamental methods of preserving meat among the Amish is salting. This process, also known as curing, involves covering meat with salt to draw out moisture. Moisture reduction is key to preventing bacterial growth, as most spoilage organisms require water to thrive. To cure meat, the Amish use large wooden or stainless steel containers filled with coarse salt. Cuts of pork, beef, or game are layered with salt and sometimes sugar or spices for flavor. The salted meat is then stored in a cool, dry area for several weeks. This method not only extends the meat's shelf life, but also enhances its flavor. The result is a product similar to what modern consumers know as cured hams or bacon, though Amish versions are typically more robust and natural in taste due to the absence of artificial preservatives. The Amish are a unique community known for their commitment to simple living, traditional values, and a deep connection to the land. Rejecting much of modern technology, they lead self-sufficient lives centered on farming, craftsmanship, and tight-knit family structures. In this context, food preservation is not just a practical necessity, but a cultural cornerstone. With limited reliance on electricity and modern refrigeration, the Amish have perfected age-old methods to store food for long periods, ensuring a stable supply through harsh winters, lean harvests, or unforeseen circumstances. These preservation techniques reflect their resourcefulness, respect for nature, and ability to thrive within the constraints of their chosen lifestyle. By mastering processes such as salting, smoking, and canning, the Amish maintain their independence from external systems, upholding a way of life that emphasizes sustainability, community, and stewardship. The history of Amish meat preservation. The Amish approach to meat preservation has its roots in centuries-old European traditions brought to America by their ancestors. As part of the Anabaptist movement originating in Switzerland and Germany, the Amish inherited methods of salting, curing, and smoking meat that were essential for survival in pre-industrial Europe. These techniques, born out of necessity, were adapted to the New World when the Amish settled in North America during the 18th and 19th centuries. Over generations, these practices evolved to suit the unique challenges of their new environment. With access to abundant farmland and diverse climates, the Amish refined their methods to make use of local resources, such as specific wood types for smoking or regionally available spices for curing. These adaptations ensured the longevity and safety of preserved meat while maintaining the robust flavors and textures their ancestors cherished. Despite modern advancements in refrigeration and food storage, the Amish continue to rely on these time-honored techniques, passing down their knowledge from one generation to the next. This enduring tradition not only connects them to their European heritage, but also reinforces their values of simplicity, self-reliance, and sustainability in an ever-changing world. Traditional meat preservation techniques. The Amish employ a range of traditional methods to preserve meat, each honed over generations to ensure longevity, safety, and flavor. These techniques reflect a deep understanding of how to naturally inhibit spoilage without relying on modern refrigeration, making them invaluable for a self-sufficient lifestyle. Salting and curing. One of the most fundamental preservation methods, salting involves coating meat with coarse salt to draw out moisture, a key element for bacterial growth. This process creates an environment hostile to spoilage organisms while enhancing flavor. Sugar, spices, and herbs are often added to create nuanced flavor profiles. Tools such as wooden curing boxes or stainless steel trays are used, while salt remains the primary preservative. The cured meat is typically stored in cool, dry spaces like cellars or pantries. Popular items include hams, bacon, and sausages, which can last for months or even years if stored properly. Smoking. Smoking complements salting by exposing meat to smoke over a prolonged period, further enhancing preservation and flavor. The Amish use cold or hot smoking techniques, depending on the desired outcome. Cold smoking preserves meat at lower temperatures, while hot smoking cooks and seals it simultaneously. Smokers, often handcrafted, are made from wood or metal, with hickory, oak, or applewood, commonly used for their unique aromas. The result is richly flavored products like smoked sausages, jerky, and hams that resist spoilage and develop complex tastes over time. Canning. Canning is another widely practiced method, enabling long-term storage of meats like chicken, beef, or pork. The Amish use pressure canners to ensure safety, as the high temperatures kill harmful bacteria such as botulism. Meat is cut into pieces, seasoned, and packed into sterilized jars before being sealed and processed under high pressure. Recipes often incorporate broths, sauces, or gravies to add flavor and convenience. Once canned, the jars can be stored for years, providing a ready-to-eat, shelf-stable protein source for families. Rendering fat, lard, and tallow. Rendering fat is a technique the Amish use to preserve cooked or raw meat by sealing it in an oxygen-free environment. Fat, such as lard or tallow, is melted and poured over meat to create a protective layer. This method, often referred to as potting, prevents spoilage by blocking air exposure and creating a natural barrier against bacteria. Potted meats, including pork and beef, are stored in cool places and remain edible for extended periods. This practice also provides a dual benefit. The rendered fat can be reused for cooking or baking. These traditional techniques showcase the Amish community's ability to thrive without modern conveniences. Beyond practicality, they emphasize sustainability, reduce waste, and celebrate the rich flavors that emerge from time-honored methods of preserving nature's bounty. The science behind long-term preservation. Preserving meat for extended periods relies on controlling the key factors that contribute to spoilage: moisture, temperature, and bacterial activity. Understanding the science behind these processes helps illuminate why Amish preservation methods have proven effective for centuries. The role of moisture, temperature, and bacteria in food spoilage. Moisture is one of the primary contributors to food spoilage, as it provides an ideal environment for bacterial growth and enzymatic activity. High water content in meat accelerates the breakdown of proteins and fats, leading to rancidity and decay. Temperature also plays a critical role, as warm environments speed up bacterial reproduction and spoilage. Bacteria, particularly anaerobic organisms like Clostridium botulinum, thrive in oxygen-free, moist conditions, posing significant health risks if uncontrolled. How Amish methods combat spoilage. The Amish rely on traditional techniques that create inhospitable conditions for spoilage organisms. Salting and curing. By drawing moisture out of the meat through osmosis, salt significantly reduces water activity, making it difficult for bacteria to survive or multiply. The addition of nitrates in some curing methods further inhibits harmful bacterial growth, such as Clostridium botulinum. Smoking. The exposure to smoke not only adds a protective coating to the meat's surface, but also introduces antimicrobial compounds like phenols and formaldehyde. These compounds, combined with reduced moisture from smoking, create a hostile environment for bacteria. Canning. Pressure canning uses high temperatures to destroy harmful microorganisms and seals the meat in sterilized, airtight containers, preventing recontamination. Without oxygen, bacteria cannot grow, and the vacuum-sealed jars maintain the integrity of the preserved food for years. Rendering fat. The layer of fat poured over meat acts as an airtight seal, blocking oxygen and moisture while locking in flavor. This natural barrier prevents bacteria and mold from reaching the preserved food, maintaining its safety and quality over time. Comparing Amish methods with modern refrigeration. While modern refrigeration slows bacterial growth by maintaining low temperatures, it doesn't eliminate the risks associated with spoilage. Refrigerated meat must still be consumed within days or weeks, whereas Amish methods, when executed properly, extend shelf life to months or even years. Additionally, refrigeration is energy dependent and susceptible to power outages, whereas Amish techniques are entirely sustainable and independent of external resources. The Amish approach demonstrates a profound understanding of the scientific principles that govern food preservation. By leveraging natural methods to control moisture, temperature, and bacteria, they ensure both the safety and longevity of their food supply, reinforcing their commitment to self-reliance and sustainability. A step-by-step guide to Amish-inspired meat preservation. Delve into the fascinating world of Amish meat preservation, where time-tested techniques meet simplicity and sustainability. Here's a concise guide to get you started. Tools and materials needed. You'll need coarse salt, a smoker, mason jars, and a large pot for rendering fat. Add a pressure canner and sterilized tools for canning. Hardwood, cheesecloth, and airtight containers complete your kit. Salting and curing. Rub meat generously with salt to draw out moisture. Add spices or sugar for flavor. Store it in a cool, dry space for weeks, turning occasionally. Rinse, dry, and enjoy. Smoking. Choose your wood. Hickory for boldness, applewood for sweetness. Smoke your meat in a handcrafted or metal smoker for hours or days, depending on your desired flavor and preservation. Canning pack. Sterilized jars with meat and broth. Process in a pressure canner at the right pressure for your altitude. Sealed jars ensure a shelf life of years. Rendering fat. Slowly melt pork or beef fat, strain it, and pour over cooked meat. The fat forms an airtight seal, locking in flavor and preserving the meat. Tips for success. Keep tools clean to prevent contamination. Ensure proper temperature control for curing and smoking. Label and date your preserved meats for easy tracking. Explore these Amish-inspired methods and unlock the secrets of long-lasting, flavorful meat preservation. The legacy of Amish food preservation techniques is a testament to the power of simplicity, sustainability, and self-reliance. Rooted in centuries-old traditions, these methods have not only ensured food security for generations, but have also fostered a deep connection to nature, community, and the cycles of life. From salting and smoking to canning and rendering fat, these practices reflect a profound respect for the resources available and a commitment to preserving them for the future. As we navigate an increasingly complex world, the wisdom embedded in these techniques holds valuable lessons for all of us. They remind us that even in modern times, we can embrace a more sustainable lifestyle, reduce our dependence on modern conveniences, and build greater resilience into our everyday lives. We encourage you to explore and adapt these Amish-inspired methods, whether you're preserving meat, vegetables, or simply learning to live with a greater sense of self-reliance. By doing so, you can carry forward a tradition of resilience and sustainability, enriching your life and the world around you.